What is marjoram? It's also known as sweet marjoram. It's an aromatic herb in the mint family that has been grown in the Mediterranean, North Africa, Western Asia for thousands of years. While similar to oregano, it has a milder flavor and is often used to garnish salads, soups, and meat dishes. It's particularly potent when dried, but can also be used fresh. What's more, marjoram has been shown to have several anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. It has been used medicinally to help treat a variety of ailments, including digestive issues, infections, and painful menstruation. Fresh or dried leaves can be made into a tea or extract. Both forms can be found in health food stores or online. It's important to note that marjoram extracts vary in strength and purity based on the manufacturer and source. To make sure you're getting a high-quality product, look for third-party certification on the label. Well, there is a lot that you have to learn today about marjoram, not just as a herb, but also as a business venture. Now, let's make our way to our farmer to learn more about this unique herb. Thank you, Biashara. Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Kilimo and Biashara. We're always grateful for you making time for us today and watching our show. And today we want to explore a rather unique herb. When I thought we had just finished exploring herbs, then boom, there's another herb in Nairobi County. Well, today we want to explore marjoram. Have you heard about marjoram? Do you know anything about it? The uses, the benefits? Well, it's well known for its medicinal value, but there are many other benefits, and not forgetting the money factor. So let's join our farmer today and let's learn more about marjoram, and perhaps it will be your next venture. So shall we meet our farmer? Let's go. Mwangi.
Hi, Rinda.
Hello. Your farm is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Good job. So nini inaendelea hapa?
We are just doing a planting of marjoram. I can show you how it is done.
Okay, let's get right into it.
Okay, Rinda, now
simamishie kazi.
Okay, we have our seedlings here. You plug out your seedling carefully. Then you dig a hole which is equivalent to your seedling depth.
Like
now
this.
you do your planting.
So what's the spacing between each of the crops?
Spacing is 20 centimeter plant to plant and 5 centimeters widthwise.
And now how long did it take at the propagation unit?
It just takes around 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah.
So now that we've planted, how long will it take by the time you get to the to harvest?
From planting to harvest, it takes around 6 weeks, which is not full production time.
Yes.
That is when you start fry picking. Then from 8 weeks, it enters to full production.
So before you get to the harvesting bit, what are the management practices, especially immediately after planting?
The main practices are, number one, you must keep your plant weed free. So weeding is a must.
Yes.
Then there are sprays which occurs once in a while. That is guided by our scouting programs, so and spray programs. Yeah.
Speaking of spraying, Mwangi have seen there's mbolea ya mbuzi right here. So is it the preferred one before we even talk about fertilizer that is really needed when it's when it comes to marjoram?
Yeah, goat manure is a preferred one, and we get it from far because we actually need grass-fed manure. Yeah, only.
And since you have so many varieties of herbs, is it that this manure is just favorable for marjoram farming?
No, it applies to all herbs.
And I've seen when people are planting, they normally apply manure days before or even and not during that day. What is the program when it comes to marjoram?
Yeah, you must do application of manure before planting, so you can do mixing, well mixing with the soil, and definitely it will have cured, yeah, and incorporate with the soil.
And which soil is really favorable?
All soil types are good. It does well in all soil, but it depends on your nutritional program. Yeah.
So when you say nutrition program is what you feed on?
Yeah, that is what you feed on.
And
your
what do you
crop.
normally feed on?
Okay, it's normal NPK. You make sure your soil is well fed with phosphates, nitrogen, and potassium.
Mwangi, allow me to take you back a little bit. There's someone who's watching. We've planted and we've done everything, but they've not really understood what marjoram is. Perhaps in a short way or briefly, just tell us what marjoram is.
Marjoram is it's a herb. Locally, it is not consumed, but internationally, it is well known.
And amongst all other crops, how did you settle that I want to venture into marjoram farming?
I saw it is not a venture that is done by many people, so I ought to go with it. It's a unique crop, yeah, and it fetches good prices also.
You'll tell me more about the prices later, but I've seen that you have several herbs here. Perhaps you just tell us which ones are here.
We have rosemary, we have tarragon, we have sage and chives, and basically we ought to do a bigger basket because our clients demand so.
Yeah, that's true, because that's what actually our herbs farmers have been telling us. You have to capitalize on getting everything in a basket. But you'll tell me about the market later. How is it as an agribusiness venture?
It's good, it's fantastic. Despite it being a venture, it's also fun. And locally we use it.
It looks so much like a lucrative venture. But what are the challenges when it comes to marjoram farming?
Challenges are there, common challenges with any other herb. That is pest infestation can be there, diseases are there, but we try to manage them.
And how do you normally manage it? Is it preventive or curative?
We work on preventive way. And when you are hit, you do curative.
So when you talk about the spraying pattern, I'd like to know more about that, because there's someone who's wondering now, is it weekly, monthly, or is it after or before harvest?
You see, for any other herbs, or including marjoram, you are guided by your PPU, yeah, plant protection unit. So you are guided there, you know the chemicals to use, you know the chemicals to abandon. Yes, so you must be under that PPU, yeah, strictly.
I see, Mwangi, you've installed a drip irrigation system. Does it require a lot of water?
No, it doesn't need a lot of water. It just needs maybe half a liter per plant in 2 or 3 days. So it is not done daily. Irrigation is not done daily. Drips have a flow rate, so definitely it's guided by the flow rate of the drip. If a drip is doing a liter per hour, definitely you need half an hour to do your irrigation. That is the duration.
And where do you source your water?
Yeah. For us, we are nearby the river, so we pump it in our tanks there. It settles. Then it is irrigated later.
Mwangi, in your farm, I see there are shade nets and greenhouses. Why did you decide growing marjoram outdoor? Is it really necessary to be grown outside?
Okay, yeah, you can grow it in a greenhouse, but we ought to go with outdoor because it's quite expensive to set a greenhouse, and we don't have a lot of challenges it's been out and outdoor.
So during the time that you've been planting marjoram, is it something that you would do it over and over again? How has it been for you?
It's moderate. Yeah, it's not hard, it is not easy.
You can still do it over and over and over again.
Yeah, sure.
Is there a place we can harvest so that you show me how to harvest?
Yes.
And how to pack it as well?
Yes.
Okay, tuende.
Okay.
Naona hizi bado ni changa. Ni fupi bado.
Yeah.
How does marjoram taste? Marjoram has an earthy and woodsy flavor with notes of balsam-like pine and citrus, warm, sharp, and bitter. The taste is reminiscent of oregano and thyme. Marjoram can be used as a culinary herb. It can be used to flavor and garnish soups, stews, salads, sauces, dressings, and more. It can also be made into a herbal tea. Is it good to buy marjoram in its dry form or fresh? Well, you can buy marjoram in fresh or dried forms. The leaves of the marjoram plant are used fresh or dried as a herb in cooking. They may also be dried and used to extract essential oils, which is used as flavoring. Did you know about that? Now you know. The section that we are at right now is the harvesting bit. Mwangi, perhaps you tell us, when you get to the harvesting bit, first of all, how do you know it's ripe for harvest?
Okay, harvesting is determined by spec and specification from the client. Yeah, it will tell you, because you are given specification by the client in determination of length and quality. Yes.
But Mwangi, when you speak about quality, what do you really mean? Because marjoram is pretty new for many people.
Quality, it all comes with the freshness of the herb and how clean the herb is.
So when it comes to your orders, what are your client specifications?
The main specification is length, size, and the way of packaging.
You'll show me the size once we start harvesting, but now I want to know, what are the management practices at this level now during the harvest period?
Or management practices, including weeding, that is scouting. You see, before harvesting, you must scout your crop to see how it is. Then you'll give your projection, how many kgs you'll get at a specific week. Then from there you'll get your orders.
Before we went on that short commercial break, you told me your workers were doing some management practices. I'm curious also to know what they were doing.
That was the removal of unwanted crop. There are some crops that have buds. We remove the buds, which can develop to flowers.
So typically marjoram should not have flowers.
Yeah, the flowers are edible, but again, the client will always give you he's the king, so he'll give you what part he wants.
That's quite interesting. So different clients have different specifications of different parts of the marjoram.
Yeah, there are those clients who are comfortable with flowers. There are those clients who are not comfortable with flowers.
And now, someone must be wondering so far, what is marjoram used for?
Marjoram is used for seasoning meat. You can use it in tea.
And as a farmer, what do you normally use it for?
I do it for tea. I use it for tea.
And what are some of the health benefits? Because most herbs are characterized by being a medicinal herb.
Marjoram regulates hormonal imbalance in ladies, mostly in ladies. It has magnesium, high magnesium and potassium, which are essential minerals in our bodies.
That's quite insightful. Now let's move to the most important part for many farmers, the money bit. How is the market for marjoram?
Currently it is fetching around 3.8 to 4.2 euros.
And how is it in the local markets? Are people receptive about it? Or is it just for export?
No. Locally we do it at around 450 to 500 per kg.
And where do you export it to?
We usually export it to France, Italy, Arab countries and Europe.
Would you say it's a profitable venture?
Yeah, I would say it's a profitable venture because by the look of agriculture, I can say there are less plants that fetch such prices. 400, 500 locally, and the amount of we have said in euros.
Because you've grown this for some time, would you say it's a hard crop to grow?
It isn't, but it needs a lot of technicalities during the growing time. Yeah.
Just looking around, I can see there's napier grass and there's plantain as well. Is it just one of the business ventures, or it's a windbreaker for you as well?
For plantains, it's part of business and part of weed breaker, because it will help weed from disrupting the crop, and also it will give me some money.
And you're not fearful of transfer of pests and diseases, especially when it comes from plantain to your herbs, since herbs are very sensitive?
For bananas, they are not invested by any pests which are harmful to herbs, neither diseases. So it's a good crop to put as a neighbor.
Yes, as a neighbor.
Yeah.
While marjoram can be used in a wide range of dishes, there are a few things that you should keep in mind to get the best results from it. First of all, fresh marjoram is usually added at the end of cooking to preserve its flavor. Try fresh marjoram in herb sachets or sprinkled on top of a finished dish, while dried marjoram is better for herb blends and marinades. Marjoram is said to mainly work best as a seasoning for meat dishes. Just because it works well with meats, do not assume that it's the extent of its seasoning abilities. It is versatile enough to be used with vegetables and as one of the herbs in a bouquet garni. Like oregano and other mint relatives, marjoram plays nicely with tomato and is commonly included in tomato-based dishes. Its mild flavor makes it a good addition to uncooked preparations like salad and dressings. Now you can choose whether you want to make salads with it to make your seasoning or whatever you choose. Perhaps we can now start harvesting.
It's okay. Let's go on.
So we have the secatura. Buns.
Yeah, the rubber bands are here.
Now you can show me how to harvest.
It's okay. You make sure whatever you're harvesting is above 20 centimeters or 15 centimeters.
How will you know 20 centimeters?
So at least your hand length is not less than 10 centimeters. So anything above your hand length, it's above 10 centimeters.
So in this particular area that you have, you can harvest like how many kgs?
We approximately harvest around 30 kgs per week.
30 kgs per week.
Yeah.
In this small area.
Yes.
Wow, that is quite encouraging. Thank you so much, Mwangi.
Welcome.
For giving us so much information about Marjoram.
Okay.
We truly appreciate. And thank you for being part of the show today. I hope you've learned something about marjoram farming. Just imagine this. In an eighth, you can harvest close to 20 to 30 kgs of this in a week. And he mentioned that a kg goes for approximately 450 shillings. So when you give it at 20 to 30 kgs, that's quite a lot of money, right? And it's very receptive in the export market. So this is one of the herbs that you might as well want to incorporate in one of your baskets, because herbs farmers, now we've identified that they have several herbs. So thank you so much for being part of the show. My name is Linda Koskei. Thank you for staying with us. See you again next Sunday, same time. See you then.